latitudes and longitudes, distance between 2 points along the grid circle, and also distance between 2 points along the parallel of latitudes or the small circle. Let's begin with distance between 2 points along the grid circle. How do we get that distance in kilometers? Distance along the grid circle in kilometers is given by this formula, theta over 360 times 2 pi r. We shall take one example and see how we identify theta and also the radius. The radius is always given as the radius of the earth, which is 6370. In nautical miles, we get the distance by taking theta, which is the angle difference, times 60. Let's look at the example. We have this figure here, and we have points A and B on the surface of the earth. Those 2 points, A and B, lie along the meridian or along the longitude. Therefore, this is distance along the grid circle. Point A lies on 20 degrees north latitude and 45 degrees west longitude. Point B lies on 40 degrees south latitude and 45 degrees west longitude. So they are lying on the same longitude but different latitudes. Now, how do we get this distance AB in both kilometers and nautical miles? We start with the first one, distance AB in kilometers. We get it by theta over 360 times 2 pi r, where the pi, you're going to use this 22 over 7. R is the radius of the earth, which is 6370 kilometers. Theta is the latitude difference. You can see that these 2 points lie on different latitudes. So you're going to get the latitude difference. Therefore, theta will be the latitude difference. Then we have now the calculation for this difference. You can see we have A 20 degrees north and B 40 degrees south. So to get the latitude difference, we add. One is to the north and the other one to the south. We get the latitude difference by adding 20 plus 40, we get 60. Now let's proceed and get now the distance using the formula. So theta, which is 60 divided by 360 times 2 pi r. We have everything there, radius of the earth and pi, and you get that one as 6673.3 kilometers. That is how we get the distance AB in kilometers. Now let's go to distance AB in nautical miles. We get that one by taking theta times 60, where theta again is the latitude difference, and then we multiply that by 60. We already obtained latitude difference as 60, so we just take 60 multiplied by 60, and that will give that 600 nautical miles. Now that is distance along the great circle. Now what about distance between 2 points along the small circle or the parallel of latitudes? We start with the first one. How do we get that distance in kilometers? This is the formula that we use, theta over 360 multiplied by 2 pi r cosine of alpha, where theta is the longitude difference, then alpha is the latitude angle, then the radius of the earth is taken as 6370, and pi 22 over 7. Now in nautical miles, we get that distance as theta multiplied by 60 times cosine of alpha. Again, theta is the longitude difference, alpha is the latitude angle. Let's solve an example. Now you have these 2 points A and B. They lie along the small circle or the parallel of latitudes. So we have A 20 degrees north, 45 degrees west. Then we have B 20 degrees north, 30 degrees east. So that distance, that is distance along the parallel of latitudes or distance along the small circle. Now how do we get that distance in kilometers? So we get it by theta over 360 2 pi r cosine of alpha. Now we start by calculating the longitude difference. As you can see, they lie on different longitudes. One is 45 degrees west, the other one is 30 degrees east. So to get the longitude difference, we add, we get the sum. So it will be 45 plus 30. That will give 75 degrees. Then alpha is the latitude angle. They lie on the latitude 20 degrees north. So the latitude angle will be 20 degrees. So having that, and you have the radius and pi, we just substitute in the formula. So distance AB is equals to 75 degrees over 360 times 2 pi r cosine of latitude angle. And that will give 7838.6 kilometers. Now what about in nautical miles? We get it by theta times 60 times cosine of alpha. Again, theta remains to be the longitude difference between the 2 points A and B, and we obtain that one as 45 plus 30, which is 75. The latitude angle is 20 degrees. So now getting the distance, we substitute. So theta 45 plus 30 times 60 times cosine of the latitude angle, which is 20. This will give 75 times 60 times cosine of 20 degrees, and that will give 4,228.62 nautical miles. So that is how we get the distance along the surface of the earth, both in when the distance lies along the great circle and the small circle.